Hi, hello, and welcome back, everybody, to Nekopara Volume 1. Last time, we unfortunately, painfully, forced the girls to sleep in Kashao's bed alone, and we did that because we unfortunately had to. Alright, let us continue. Regarding this situation, I want to respect Chocolate and Vanilla's intention, says Shingure. If Chocolate and Vanilla agree with it, then I'll come and get them, says Shingure. It was what she told me whenever I was finally able to get in touch with her. Without any margin of negotiation space, I was struck down. But, Shingure, even if you say that, I don't think Chocolate and Vanilla will, says Kashao. By the way, Nisama, would you whisper this morning's sweet nothings to your little sister? She asked. Don't make it sound like a daily ritual or something, says Kashao. In any case, I'm sorry, Father's calling me, so I need to get going, says Shingure. I love you, Nisama, I'll talk to you later, she says. Wait, Shingure, says Kashao. Oof. Seriously, asked Kashao. As the ruthless electronic buzz of the drop call echoed, I stared at my cell phone. And here I thought that I could sort all of this out if I could just talk to Shingure. Munch, 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 munch. Breakfast tastes so good, says Chocolate. Master's breakfast always tastes good. Chocolate, there's some ketchup on your cheek, says Vanilla. It's cutely artistic. I'll lick it off. These cat girls in question were happily stuffing themselves with sandwiches. These sandwiches, incidentally, contained tomato, cheese, and lettuce. With an over-easy fried egg tucked inside all of that, it was a simple meal. Breakfast was pretty much like this. You two are definitely going home today, okay? Asked Kashao. It's not fun having Chocolate or Vanilla around, Master? Asked Chocolate. Chocolate is a lot of fun, you know. With Chocolate, it's a world-class level of fun, she says. Master was really looking forward to last night, too, says Vanilla. Stop with the deliberately misleading words, says Kashao. I sighed at their happy-go-lucky mindsets. I took the opportunity to fill their empty glasses with milk. The eating habits of cat girls were pretty much the same as those of humans, so that part was straightforward. Of course, what they liked and disliked depended on each individual cat girl. In the end, I wasn't able to get everything put away yesterday. Today, I really do have to start getting ready for the bakery's opening too, says Kashao. That's why I don't have time to relax and play with you two. Be good girls and go home, he says. I said that to them with a sandwich in my hand. Will Chocolate being around cause problems for Master? She asked. She puts her sandwich down on her plate, and just like yesterday, she looked at me with upturned eyes. Yeah, it's a problem, says Kashao. I answered her clearly. I see. So that's really how it is, says Chocolate. Her shoulders dropped more than before. The ears, which sat atop her head, dropped down hardly too. Chocolate, says Vanilla. Unable to make fun of anything, Vanilla could only look on with concern. Kashao doesn't say anything. The pain from last night pricked at my heart again. I tilted the already cold cup of coffee, as my emotions dulled unimpeded by my judgment. Besides, says Chocolate. Besides, Chocolate wants to be with Master, she says. Her usually always perky ears were drooping. Chocolate was speaking clearly under her own volition. If Chocolate is here, then I am here too, says Vanilla. I think I want to be here too, she says. Vanilla's usually blank expression did not change. However, she showed me her strong determination. Chocolate doesn't say anything. Says Vanilla. I don't remember Chocolate or Vanilla ever being this disobedient. That thought stayed in the back of my mind. But if I was going to be swayed by that, then I wouldn't have said this. That understood? Asked Kashao. He says. I am with Royal Wood. Thank you so much for your business, says the tableware seller. I'm here to deliver the tea set that you ordered. I'll bring it into the bakery, she says. This should be all the boxes. If everything looks to be in order, could you please sign this invoice, she asked. She smiled brightly and brought out the invoice along with a pen. Okay, let's see, says Kashao. I look over the sales invoice I received once more. Kashao doesn't say anything. Somehow this doesn't look like what I ordered, he says. Huh? Is that so? Asks the tableware seller. Are you saying that these aren't the correct items? She asked. No, the stuff I ordered is in here too, but I looked over at the pile of boxes inside the bakery. Inside of my tiny bakery was a mountain of boxes. A mountain! It was as if the bakery had become completely made of boxes. As you can see, we don't need this much tableware inside the bakery. I'm sorry, she says. I'll check with the main office right away. Could you give me a few moments? She asked. I'm sorry for the inconvenience, she says. Because of an error on our part, it appears that another order got mixed in with yours, she says. I imagine that you may be in need of these items right away, Mr. Makundi. So if at all possible, if you would be able to accept this order, she says. Accept this order, says Kashao. Huh? From all this? The mountain of cardboard boxes towered over everything. I was at a loss for words. Every box was of equal size. I wouldn't know what was inside each of them without opening them up. On top of that, looking at the sales invoice, I could see that they all contained expensive tea sets and tableware. And if I accepted it all, it would be a lot of work to deal with all the new items. There's still things that need doing in advance of my bakery's opening, so I don't mind accepting these, says Kashao, but it's going to take a while to deal with all of this. Of course, I would be more than happy to help, says the tableware seller. I have to make it to my next delivery after all. Look, you don't need to put all this pressure on me, says Kashao. From the looks of it, it would take 2 hours or more. But to have it redelivered would take double the effort too. Asked Kashao. Stare from Chocolate and Vanilla. That's alright, I have a lifeline, says Kashao. Meow meow, what is it? Asked Chocolate and Vanilla. You've really saved me, cat girl, says the tableware seller. Thank you. Thank you oh so very much, she says. Well then, I'll be on my way. I'm exhausted, says Kashao. I glanced at the tableware we had finished organizing, lowered myself into a chair and relaxed my shoulders. Master, here's some cold tea. Please enjoy it, says Chocolate. Thanks, Chocolate. Don't mind if I do, says Kashao. I downed the cold tea in one gulp. Somehow or another, the light meal tableware had arrived. Soon, I really had to get the bakery ready for its opening. I did say I'd need any help I could find, and I really did need help this time. Asked Kashao. Chocolate stares. Praise me, praise me, praise me, praise me, praise me. You can tell with her stare. I could sense the praise me aura coming from Chocolate. She had a wide smile on her face and was in a ready stance to receive my approval. Thanks, says Kashao. I couldn't have done it without you two. Yay, Vanilla, Master is praising us, says Chocolate. Yay, yahoo, she says. Yes, it was worth it, watching from the shadows. You did well, says Vanilla. Chocolate was helpful, right, Master? Right? She asked. It's difficult for Master to work alone, after all. Right? Asked Chocolate. Yes. Assistance from a cat girl is definitely effective, says Vanilla. If we weren't here, I'd imagine you'd still be sorting boxes, he says. Hey, you two are getting a bit close, says Kashao. They lean forward towards me for emphasis. It is true that without you two around, this would have been a real problem, but that's a different issue from the one from before. You two have to go back home, says Kashao. Besides, it's not like I could ask the two of you to work for me or anything, okay? Asked Kashao. Is that so? Chocolate says. Chocolate guessed it's no use then. Her shoulders dropped along with her ears and tail. The enthusiasm she showed earlier has completely disappeared. She sighed deeply and looked disheartened. Since we're here anyways, Chocolate guesses she'll go clean up, she says. She trudged up to the second floor, still dejected. Kashao doesn't say anything. Chocolate isn't an idiot. I knew she was pushing herself to be bright and full of energy, but even so, that wasn't something I was going to easily change my mind about. It was all the more with how much she cared for me. Is it that much of a bother for us to be here, Master? Asked Vanilla. Are we bad cat girls? She asked. She spoke quietly in her usual way. Vanilla tilted her head as she asked her question. You two aren't bad cat girls, and that's why I can't have you stay here, says Kashao. We can't stay here even though we aren't bad cat girls? Asked Vanilla. It's because you two are good cat girls that I can't allow it, says Kashao. Asked Vanilla. She blinked as she took in my words. It's almost as if she was trying to peer inside my heart. She stared directly at me, long and hard. Humans are hard to understand, says Vanilla. Cat girls do not understand such things. If we like a human, we want to be near them. At the very least, that's how I feel, says Vanilla. Vanilla, says Kashao. I will go check on Chocolate, she says. With those words, she went upstairs. The sound of her small footsteps slowly disappearing, and before long I couldn't hear them anymore. Humans are hard to understand, huh? Asked Kashao. Inside of the bakery, now devoid of anyone but myself, I repeated those words she had just said to me. Now that I think about it, that's a pretty inconsistent way of thinking, isn't it? Says Kashao. Cats do not understand that. Having heard that said aloud, I began to understand what that really meant. It must be pretty nice to live the simple life of a cat girl, huh? Asked Kashao. I pondered as I looked at the name of the bakery affixed to the window. With a bitter smile, I had begun to clean up the teacups that had arrived earlier. Alright, everybody. That's all we got for today. Yeah, I'm gonna call it here for this episode. As always, I hope you... As always, I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you next time for more Nekopara.